Oh, you're after Matt.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Natural One, where a bunch of us dudes sip on some drinks and roll some dice. My name's Eric Sheeber, frequently known as Sheeb. I'll be your game master for the evening. Before we get started, I'd like to give everyone a special thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for allowing us to use his music, and Moose for all the awesome overlays. You can find them on all the social medias.
Oh, wow.
You just blow your nose? You just blow your nose during the intro, man?
Welcome.
Welcome. Highest quality over here. Hey, if you're watching this on Twitch, thanks for being here. Check out the YouTube. If you're on YouTube or any other podcast place, check out the description. Catch us live on Twitch and follow all the fun stuff. We're going to do intros and then do a quick recap. I'm the Game Master Sheeb. I am drinking water, and I have this delicious smoothie that I'm drinking tonight.
Come on, nose boy.
Yeah, you're first.
My name is Ben, and I blew my nose, and apparently my mic was on, and I didn't have anything to drink, so I picked up the closest liquid I had to me. I'm probably not going to drink it, but it could be a good additive.
What is that?
Joint compound?
Like a smoothie.
What was it?
Spackle.
Spackle.
It's lightweight, though. It's lightweight.
Yo, we don't recommend drinking that. We don't recommend drinking that for anyone out there.
I play Cobalt Trace. There you go.
And sometimes we question whether or not it's an act.
Sometimes we question if he's actually, really his character.
My name is Chris. I play the character Frederick Fiddlefig. And he's a cleric.
Dude, you went hard on your last name.
I did. I went very hard. Tonight, I have water, and I also have a Blue Ridge Lager.
Ooh.
Has a little bird on it. It was the special cheap beer at Lidl, so
Is it good?
what I got.
Is it good?
It's better than water, so
Do you not like water?
Liquid bread.
it's liquid bread, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing fancy like Wheeze gets, but on to the next person.
All right, that would be me. I'm Matt. I'm the guy they call randomly, just whenever. I haven't been here for a couple weeks or a couple showings. I play Galrock Frostwind. I'm your warlock for the evening, and I'm drinking a summer favorite. It's a Smirnoff Ice, red and white berry. Tastes like one of those bomb pops. It's great.
Sounds delicious.
Well, I am Nathan, also known as Jag. Play Jeremiah, which apparently decided to sound like Frederick Fiddlefig. But still haven't found his voice, but he's a human swashbuckler, and he does things. Oh, I'm drinking Coke without rum.
Oh, how dare you, sir?
A virgin rum and coke. Excellent.
Is it
Sounds tasty.
just straight Coca-Cola, the OG?
Well, there's some ice in it. On the rocks.
Oh yeah, you got Coca-Cola on the rocks. Okay.
This freaking guy. So, I'm Wheeze, otherwise known as Big Wheeze. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. I play Atlantes, the winter-touched warlock sailor. And tonight, we have End of Plagues with this, possum that's, taking a chunk out of the earth. But the earth is like an oval. So that's what I'm sipping out of this glass that has a little inlay on it, which looks pretty sweet. And I'm just really happy to be here.
Oh man.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I am just here so I don't get fined.
All right, everyone. We're gonna do a quick recap. So if you're not up to date on the story, check out the previous things. If you are, here we go. Previously on Natural One, the group returned from the lightning boar hunt to find a few of the caravaners of the tarnished treasure awake. Brunin, one of the halflings the group had saved from the wolves, a few days before, was feeding the fire, and he explained that those of the caravan already awake were packing for the trip. With the group being up all night on the hunt, Brunin offered them a quiet space to sleep, one of the covered wagons near the back of the troop. The group graciously accepted. Frederick was the first to awake from the long rest, and he found that he was not alone. Aside from the rest of his group that were all slumbering, a young elf named Rua was sitting in their wagon, watching as a distant storm showed signs of approaching. After some brief conversations, a lizard man with a red skin entered the wagon and requested Rua's aid. During their conversation, the red-scaled lizard explains that Port Justice, like much of the world, looks down upon those of the scaled races. This struck Kobold particularly hard, and the group developed a plan that he would fake being a slave while in Port Justice so as not to raise any unwanted attention. The storm arrived and delayed travel. During the storm, Atlantes had a particularly notable dream. The rest of the party could do nothing but watch as he lay enraptured by the vision. When the storm had passed, word spread through the caravan that some mercenaries were in pursuit of them, coming in from the north, from the direction of Mount Lukatanaku. Rua asked the adventurers if they knew the men who were chasing down the caravan. They were wearing purple cloaks, but while the party had encountered them before, they were not able to mention any names. As the caravan rolled closer to Port Justice, a plan was made. The Tarnished Treasure would provide the group more suitable clothing in exchange for their fur-lined attire so that they would blend in normal society. And members from the Tarnished Treasure instead would wear the fur clothing to hopefully draw men away so that the party could reach the docks in Port Justice. And this is where we begin the session tonight. The caravan has already dropped off the party, along with Rua and a few other caravanners who are here to peddle some wares and make the party's presence in Port Justice a little less conspicuous. Rua approaches, and she kind of steps away from the wagon, and she approaches you all. You all are kind of outside of town. There's a bit of other people moving into town. You're not alone. There's a few guards clad in armor with a spear at the gate, keeping an eye on everyone. And the five of you amongst you are carrying a stretcher with Galrock in it because he's been unconscious for some time. As you look down, he is still unconscious, mumbling something. Rue approaches and says, "Okay, so we're here. We have to check in the wagon. We'll try to make, as much conversation and argument as we can to draw attention to us. That'll give you time to start moving through town. The safest and fastest route to the docks is straight through the center of town. You're going to pass 3 walls, and then you'll be near the docks and you can find a boat. There are other paths there, but they are often watched by bandits or various thieving groups, and we'd hate to travel all this way here just to lose you once you're in town. So the best bet, especially since we're being pursued, is you want to stay on the main thoroughfare, and that'll get you to the docks." Any questions before we advance?
That's when Jeremiah tried to kiss her, right? Remember? You don't remember this?
I remember last time, but she just said this to you.
This is real time.
This is real
Are you
time.
trying again?
Oh, this is real time. Well, sorry, I thought we had this conversation with her already.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not in that great of detail.
Okay, my bad.
You just lean
clarify,
in for a
He
second.
tried
like,
again.
So, are you trying to get? Is that?
No, he's not trying to get. I thought we had already said our goodbyes to Rua.
I would be remiss if I didn't try a second time, my lady.
He leads with the tongue forward. Is that how he kisses?
No, Jeremiah is not doing that.
Great. Well, if there's no questions, I'll return to the wagon. I'll let you all be, and we'll begin. She heads back. They get their ponies in action, and they head over to where they have to check in the station off to the side. So you all are staring down the entrance to town. The wall stands 15 feet high. It's solid stone. It curves around the outside. So Port Justice, as they explain on the wagon, is kind of comprises of 3 walls that all arc in a circle, and the docks are there in the middle. Kobold is shackled on the wrists and has a chain connected to it. Who is guiding Kobold? Who's carrying Galrock? And what's your guys' plan?
What are we gonna do with the fat one?
Drag him.
I mean, he's gotta wake up eventually, right?
I'll help carry Galrock, but since I am a shorter male, I will be just arms extended above my head, carrying the stretcher.
I will hold the lizard.
Okay.
Okay.
And then hopefully Jeremiah helps with the stretcher also. Just not me lugging this guy.
I feel like you should just be under the center of it, carrying it all with belts.
I have a
Jeremiah will help.
question. Before we proceed, has anyone in the last few days actually tried to wake the guy up?
I feel like
Any of you?
threw some water or something on him during the storm, right?
I think
Did you?
we dropped him.
I think at one
yes.
point you did drop him.
That appears to have not helped the case at all.
Well, maybe the tall guy could kiss him.
Atlantis
Would
is the
be-
tall guy. Just
mean-
pointing this out here.
There's nothing impossible, I guess.
Sleeping Beauty in this ain't.
Should we?
I mean,
I'd hate to keep dragging him through town as much as we have been. I feel like we're
Jeremiah
putting a
reaches
lot
out
of
and
extra
smacks him on
effort
the cheek
into.
lightly.
Excuse me.
Jeremiah reaches out and smacks him on the cheek lightly. Galrock, not Atlantis.
Mind control.
Just lightly. You smack him.
Lightly, yes. Wake up! It's time! I don't know why I'm sounding like that.
Galrock, roll a will save. Read out the number so everyone only listening to audio can give a good old hero what it is. Yeah, peonies is what they have, peonies.
Will. I rolled a 14.
You gently smack him on the cheek and nothing happens. He stays a slumber.
Let me try something.
No, you try that, then I have a great idea.
I have an idea. So Atlantis gets really close to Galrock's ear and says, "Ditties."
Will save.
Did it work?
Yeah, we'll roll another will save. We'll see if anyone's waking this boy up.
With a soft whisper in the air.
We'll see.
28.
At that, Galrock shifts in his bed, and for the first time in nearly a week, probably, his eyes open. And Atlantes at this point is like 6 inches from you.
I was about to cast this if that didn't work. So.
Get
You're
your
awake.
He punches him right in the face.
He's awake.
He doesn't have the sickness, so that's good.
Works every time.
Jeremiah drops the stretcher, like, done with this.
Oh.
He's back out.
All right. What's going on?
Should we trade him?
And why am I upside down?
That's your business, not my own.
Gravity, good sir.
You
You're the one who should answer questions.
Kobold kind of walks over and just holds up the chains. Do you want some chains? We'll go
They're
in
very fashionable.
No, those are yours. You have to keep those. That's part of this whole thing.
I roll over and push myself up off the ground, grab the middle of his chain, his shackles, and just drag him onto the ground. It's a good look for you. Keep him.
Oh, you don't want them. Okay.
No, you keep him.
So to recap, no. To summarize, no. Too long. No. We traveled to town. We're still
go
being
on.
chased. We're trying to find a ship.
Where the hell are we?
Port justice. Justice, I say.
Already? Weren't we like a week out?
You are a sound sleeper. I wish I had your sleeping ears.
could have sworn I was awake.
Difference in opinion. Why don't we?
You are the most strongest
Proceed.
man awake I've ever seen.
All right, so we're here. Now what?
Water, ships, justice. Shall we away?
Oh,
Let's wait.
there's boats waiting. I mean, yeah, let's go.
So there's 3 walls. Do we see the gate for the first wall?
Yep. So you see the gate. It is open, and there is a guard on either side. There's a few other guards up on top of the wall, but there's a guard on either side, just kind of watching people as they walk in. As you approach, they look at you, but they don't really seem to care that you're there. You can tell, like, and you kind of look around. You look like a normal person at this point. There's nothing that really stands out to you as strange. So they don't say anything as you walk in. The outer wall, you look around and you notice this is kind of a rundown area. The ends don't look too nice. A lot of the people who look like commoners of the town kind of look beat up. Their clothes are kind of ratty. You hear a distant blacksmith hammer working away. And as you look around, you do notice a few other people have some kobolds and a lizard man in tow with them. Kind of intermingled in there are just some other people who have some animals, like a wolf that's chained and other things like that. So very much kind of treated the same, and you do see some animals along the way. As you venture in and you get past the first gate and you're kind of looking at the second gate, and beyond, you can kind of see that this is a nicer area. You would guess that the middle is kind of where the nobles are. It's a much nicer place. Everything's much cleaner. And as you look in, you have to look around a massive gorilla. It's perhaps 15 feet tall with 6 limbs, and he stands hunched over in the middle of the street just before the entrance to the middle walls. Each of his 4 wrists is shackled with the heavy weight of a metal bracer, and chains from the bracers run down to a group of 8 men that are keeping the gigantic beast at bay. To clarify, 4 wrists. This does not include his 2 feet, so he has 4 arms.
So he's like standing in the middle of the.
Yes.
Just like, were they transporting him somewhere? Does it look like?
Yes. So it's very clear that the 8 men holding him down are guiding him along the way.
Gotcha.
And as you look around, you see a series of side streets that you presume might take you into the middle walls, but without a map, you can't necessarily be certain how to get there. And as Rue had said, you think the best thing to do would be to try and pass the gorilla.
Yeah, I would just carry on and walk
Okay.
around the men that are holding the gorilla.
As you approach, I mean, at this point, you're probably still about 30 feet away. As you approach, a man in leather, I give a perception check, actually. See who all sees this. Give a perception check.
First roll of the night. Let's
9.
Make sure I'm not using
17.
26.
22.
Okay, Jeremiah, Frederick, and Galrock, you all notice that as you approach, a man in leathers hurtles over a pile of crates next to the entrance. A hand reaches out from behind him and takes hold of his leg and yanks him backwards. This motion pulls the lead man, the guy who's running, into the crates, and they barrel and go crashing into the street. A few land on the gorilla's feet, and the beast loses it. He lifts his arms and releases a full-body roar, and the sound just instantly commands silence. Everyone goes just deathly silent. And they stare up at the beast in sudden shock for half a heartbeat. And then chaos erupts. People scream as they flee. The beast takes hold of one of the chains and pulls, flinging the person that was holding him down into one of the buildings, and they hit with a sickening crunch. He takes hold of a barrel and lobs it carelessly into the crowd, and it lands with a crash of wood and a splatter of liquid. At this point, we are going to enter into a type of kind of chase sequence. It's going to be altered, but we'll go through initiative, and you can kind of decide your plan to move past the beast as he's creating carnage. So if everyone would please roll initiative.
So I'm gonna roll stealth immediately.
I'm gonna hide
Damn right.
19 initiative.
Or I could use command.
Wait, it didn't.
I forgot to clear it. Roll again. I'll set yours to 19, Frederick.
Perfect, thank you.
And Jeremiah, I'll set yours to
You
12.
want me to roll again?
Yeah, please. You too, Frederick, if you don't mind.
Worse?
I'll set it to what it was.
No, that's fine. 7's fine. 9's good.
I was there.
Rolled a 9.
So there's a big street and a big monkey in the middle of the street thrashing around. Are there like tall buildings on either side, like lampposts? Anything hanging? Eaves?
Skyscrapers?
Yeah, you can see some lamps and a few eaves off the buildings, and there's a stone wall as well with some banners and stuff hung up to signify places in town and things like
Stone
that.
wall on the other side of the monkey?
Yes.
Okay.
Let
Is there a
me.
giant ancient lizard anywhere in sight?
No.
I think he's talking about Godzilla and...
Oh, I got your reference.
I mean, you were asking about skyscrapers.
You haven't heard you haven't heard a scream yet. Atlantes, you will be first. What would you like to do, good sir?
Oh, is that?
Well, no monkey ever scared me before. And
Hey, baby.
this one, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of intimidating. So I'm just going to kind of try to walk past it. I don't really have much of a plan. I'm not really used to weaving through towns. I'm more of a sea voyager. And so I don't really know many other courses other than straight,
Okay.
port, and starboard.
Okay.
So I'm just going to take the straightest path I can past the ape.
Okay. As you do, a barrel that he just flings flies toward you. I would like for you to make a reflex save to see how well you react.
This is straight
15.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong!
I may have accidentally created a Donkey Kong encounter.
Is it
It's not
rolling,
intentional.
or is it?
No, it's in the air. It's flying
Is
towards you.
there a hammer nearby?
No, you don't see. I mean, you heard the blacksmith a while back. There's a hammer back there. The barrel flies. You see it coming. It's pretty clear. This monkey just smacks it, and you duck under it with relative ease, and you move forward. Frederick, what would you like to do?
Am I in the same situation where there's a barrel towards my head?
No, that happened like whenever Frederick Atlantes was moving forward. So you're at this point you're still kind of safe. Like you're still kind of like on the edge of the chaos, but you have to move through the chaos too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best just to continue straight without going down any side roads. So that's what I would like to do. I'd like to kind of, not run at the monkey, but hoping his attention is diverted, I would
Okay.
run somewhat around him.
Yeah, so as you move forward, the crowd is kind of pushing against you. Atlantes moved through it a little smoother than you did, but they're kind of brushing into you, and you're a little smaller, so they're kind of keeping you back a little bit. I would like you to make strength check to try and push through the crowd. Athletics check to push through the crowd.
Probably athletics.
Let's do athletics.
Let's see, pull it up. Ooh, athletics. 17 athletics.
Okay, 17 athletics. As you move forward, you're kind of able to wiggle your way past, and they kind of brush off of you, and you do continue forward. So you're kind of right in line with Atlantes. Jeremiah, you are up.
So, are there any loose chains that are like been flung onto the ground, or like ropes?
There are loose chains attached to the monkey.
Okay. So, Jeremiah.
Sorry,
be a little
gorilla
bit of a
for
daredevil.
anyone out there who's a zoologist. Gorilla.
Jeremiah's gonna be a little bit of a daredevil. He's gonna try to catch a hold of one and just like swing himself onto the other side. as the gorilla is thrashing around.
Okay.
Can you do an acrobatics check?
Well, first you have to do a reflex save to try and catch the thing, the rope.
21.
Okay. I'll say you can catch it. I mean, it's still going to hurt. You take 2 damage as the chain kind of bites into your hand, but we'll say you have a hold of it, and so, and now I guess you would have to do an acrobatics to hang on to it, while the monkey just yanks you into the air.
24. So
Okay.
He's gonna try to like gracefully let go and like tumble out of it onto the other side, like roll out of it and just keep walking.
Okay, so the monkey's kind of flailing, and you see it like as you're holding on, the middle part of the chain that's kind of connecting you and the monkey just like takes off some people and throws them off to the side. You do release, and you kind of land in a roll, and you pop up in front of Atlantes. So you are now leading the pack here. Galrock, you are up. Kobold, you will be next with the plan. At this point, you guys are closer to the monkey,
We had this past Tuesday together.
but you are not past the monkey.
We went,
We're not past the monkey? Oh.
weekend and we went swimming.
So I am going to channel command and command it to cease or to stop.
Okay. Gets a will save, right?
Will save of 19.
Does it have to understand you?
I don't think so. Someone look up command real quick. See if they have to
I'm looking.
speak the language, but I don't think so.
You shout a command that's hard to ignore. You can command a target to approach you, run away, release. It's what it's holding, drop prone, stand still. It can't delay. No, it doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Target one creature. within 30 foot.
Linguistic. Its trait is linguistic, which means it depends on language comprehension. The linguistic affects the target creature only works if the target understands the language you're using.
Ah, I see. Okay.
I mean, it's a gorilla. Maybe it does understand.
I mean, I don't know what grills understand.
You can try it if you want, but you would also know that it is a linguistic spell. So if you want to do something else, you can. Or if you want to try, you can. Whatever you're thinking.
Maybe the new Godzilla.
Maybe it's a circus gorilla, and it's been trained to obey commands.
Plausible.
What else do I
I mean, what else would they be doing with a gigantic gorilla out there?
Galrock, what you think? We'll let Kobold go.
Okay.
Kobold.
Guys, wait up! And so
Oh yeah.
where all the other guys go dragging my chains.
I mean, actually, I just need you to make an acrobatics check to stay on your feet because Atlantes is just dragging you along. So I
Okay.
just need to find out if you just stay on your feet or if you're taking damage.
Dead.
Okay. You struggle and you do kind of slip a little bit. You take 3 damage as your leg just kind of grinds across the ground.
Okay. Can I take a potion while I'm being dragged across the ground?
Probably not because I don't. You wouldn't be able to like reach into your pocket to get it because like it's pulled taut.
Do any of them like smash and I can suck them off the ground?
No, not yet.
Wow.
Not yet. No. Great question though.
Can I suck them off
The ground.
the ground?
The ground.
Was he actually chained, or is he just like Slipknot type deal?
You guys, someone in the group shackled him. You tell me.
Real shackles.
Yeah, I rolled really poorly on my slavery check last time. So I'm pretty sure they're real chains.
I
just-
don't think the slavery check is for that.
Sorry, lad.
Who has the key for his shackles then? Is it Kobold? Does Kobold have his own key?
That's a after monkey conversation.
I mean,
Get over here.
It could turn into a during monkey conversation if we need to get out of him.
Hey guys, do you know where the key's at?
Yeah, he flips in front of you, lands, and turns and says, "You know where the key's at?"
Not to rush anybody.
Galrog, what's your plan, bud?
I'm just gonna stealth my way
I'm
through.
assuming
Okay.
we would know all this beforehand.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. You move forward, and it doesn't look like the monkey or gorilla has taken any notice of you. It's still just kind of flipping, doing some carnage along the way, and you guys continue forward.
Flipping. Like backflips?
No, like I meant flipping.
It's yeeting people across the
yeah, it's yeeting people across the courtyard.
He had transitioned to like acrobatics.
No. He's hitting people so hard they're doing parkour. Yeah, might be.
Insert Rafiki yeeting
It
symbol.
wasn't mad. It was just like, I must perform.
As you approach the gate and you get closer, at this point you're fairly close to the gorilla. It turns to you and raises a tight fist up into the air like a massive head of a hammer. It roars so loud that it hurts your ears, and it lowers its arm in a crushing motion. As it does, a pillar of fire falls from the sky and blasts the beast in the face. It lifts a hand to its eyes as it stumbles backwards, the chains rattling as it fights to remain upright. Those holding onto the chains, who are still holding onto the chains, are pulled to the ground and dragged after the beast. The gorilla roars, turning to you with hot anger in its eyes, and the fur on its face has been burned away, and what remains is scorched back, and it takes a determined step toward you.
No kidding, it's hot anger.
Atlantes, you will be up. The beast is now directly approaching you. Anyone who wants to figure out what happened, you can do a knowledge religion check.
Ooh, yes.
What god hates gorillas?
21.
I'm going to attempt to call knowledge. 12.
Would it be it's a religion check. Would a cult?
Yeah.
No.
Religion.
Religion. I got a 1.
Oh, I forgot I'm a cleric.
Wow. The healer forgets it's a healer.
So it's coming toward us.
It's coming towards you. It was kind of already turned and ready to hit you, and then the fire hit it in the face, and you can tell by its mannerisms, it think you did the fire.
How close is it to us?
15 feet away. You would guess it can hit you from there.
It's close.
This is a big gorilla.
So just like continuing in the same direction is not really probably going to do good for us. Okay.
You can, so like, if you go forward, you can. The gate's there. It's kind of off to the side, but now it's coming at you to kind of intercept you before you get to the gate. It's perpendicular to the gate.
Here's what we're going to do. I look at Kobold.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Kobold, you know that the spell was Flame Strike. So it was cast by some cleric in the general vicinity. Your guess would be that some guards are showing up to stop this thing from destroying everything. You would guess this isn't the first time this has happened.
I don't say any of that. I'm on the ground.
Atlantes, you're up.
So I look at Kobold and I like push him behind me a little bit. And I try to slow the thing down. So I'm gonna hit it with a little sea surge. As thick as it can be. You know, I'm gonna go, or as wide. I'm gonna go with 15 feet wide. So I guess maybe there's like a building nearby me that I just kind of whack twice with my fist.
There.
And
Like Moses.
like Moses, and send a surging rush of water toward the ape, who would have to make a saving throw against my 18 spell DC to determine what happens.
Fortitude save? Is that what that says?
Yes.
Okay. It succeeds.
Nothing happens.
Okay, the water crashes into the beast, and I mean it's a pretty big wave that you just called forth, and it surges forward, and there's a giant splash, and when the water falls, the beast is just standing there, just still ready to swing. Got 2 fists pulled back.
You'd think they'd be happy now that it's no longer on fire.
So that didn't work. Let us try something else. And now I will throw a snowball at it.
Okay. Okay.
Does a 16 hit the monkey?
A 16 will hit the monkey. It's very easy to hit. It's gigantic. And it's not trying to dodge the snowball. It's just taking it to the face.
Okay. So he takes 8 cold damage.
Okay.
And he'll take a speed penalty.
Okay.
-5 feet.
So you conjure up this
one round.
ball of ice and you fling it up and it hits it in the eye and it kind of staggers for a second. It's still going in for the punch, but it looks even angrier now that you've wounded its eyeball. But
And
it is
now
slower.
we elect to turn and run as fast as we can.
Okay. Solid plan. We will say you get closer to the gate. Frederick, you are up, sir.
All right, not to be outdone by a snowball. I will cast a spell myself.
Real quick. Kobold, I'm going to need you to make another acrobatics check to see if you hang on as Atlantes pulls you along.
To be fair, it's a 15-foot cone, so it's really more of a snow cone. Snowball is kind of a bad name.
Oh. I always picture just a snowball.
No.
Snow cone isn't a great name unless it's delicious.
Well, that's
9.
You take 2 more damage. He did slack the line a little bit for you, so he's giving you a little bit of chance to keep up with him. But you do still get yanked off your feet, and you skim your knee a little bit. You skim your knee a little bit.
Oh, yeah, knee.
Frederick, you're up. The slack was not
I'm
intentional.
going to cast Sound Burst. It has a 10-foot area. A cacophonous noise. So I was about to use this on Galrock if he wasn't awakened by the whisper into the ear. I was going to use this on him. But this gentleman has a fortitude save.
Okay, what's the DC?
DC is 18.
It succeeds, but it's just a normal success.
Normal success, so they take half damage of my 2d10 I'm about to roll.
Okay. Give us that 2d10.
8. So half of that would be 4.
Okay.
But it's very loud.
You hear the sound burst even from where you're at. It's obviously not as loud as if you were in the center of it. The
Make
beast,
a child cry.
the beast kind of shakes a little bit, and you see some bits of stone fall off the wall from the reverberation, but it's still coming forward with anger.
Alrighty.
Okay. Jeremiah, you would be up.
Jeremiah has what might be really useful here. He's gonna attempt to create a diversion
Okay.
by gesturing and throwing some debris or something to the side of the monkey. The flashier, the better. If there's anything colorful that he can scoop up and throw.
Is there any glitter nearby?
Yeah.
It'd be flashy debris.
Anyway, so it's a deception check versus his perception DC. So perception is gonna be 17 plus
Okay.
1, but we're not in combat. But it would be plus 1 if we're trying to get panache.
Okay.
You want to say, not perception.
And what are you?
Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Perversion, thank you for reminding. I'm very glad you said that. But yes, so I'm trying to make him look to the side somehow. Worst case scenario, I could toss like one of my daggers out to the side, something flashy for him to I don't know the specifics. All I know is I'm doing a creative diversion.
Okay.
Maybe a knowledge nature check and you'd know what could attract the attention of a 6-armed gorilla.
All I need to know is if it has eyes.
You like shiny.
You try to distract it with a shiny, and it does
Yeah, I
not.
threw a coin.
It does not take
coins are
the
shiny.
bait. You throw the coin. You distantly hear a clang over the chaos of everything going on, and that monkey is still just coming straight at you. He's slowed a little bit from everything else that's happened, like the sound and the snow, but he's still coming at you. He's still furious.
Bummer.
Now, make sure you remove that coin from your money amount.
Yeah.
Depends on how flashy you wanted it to be, whether it was gold, silver, or
It
copper.
doesn't even matter because it was not flashy enough. It should have been platinum. I needed platinum.
Would you like one more action, Jeremiah?
I mean,
But it's still kind of coming at you. So I think at this point we have to move on. We'll come back to you.
no, that's. I was just doing
Yeah,
the creative diversion.
Okay, Galrock, you're up. Kobold, we already took your turn. Whenever you got tugged along by Atlantis.
No, I do things.
Okay, we'll let you do things too.
All right, well, let's see here. I genuinely want to try to intimidate it down. As stupid as it sounds.
You're gonna try and intimidate it.
Yeah, I'm going to come out of stealth, out into the front, and try to intimidate. I rolled a 26.
What's it against?
Pretty good.
I assume it'd be a will check. Let me see what the will.
Moralize is an intimidation check against that target's will DC. So 10 plus 4.
Okay, you step out. What do you do to try and intimidate this thing?
Sword out, shield out, lightning crackling all around me, eyes glowing a deep purple, and just scream at it to cease.
All right, as you come out of the shadows that you were creeping in, and all that's going, lightning's crackling. It turns to you and just kind of goes, and takes a step back, and you notice that you startle it for a short amount of time. You can tell the rage is still burning. It's still preparing and hunched to come forward, but it did take a couple steps backward from you, and that would give you enough time to run through.
Okay. It was either that or throw more lightning.
Kobold, you are near the gate because Atlantes pulled you along. The gorilla at this point is kind of startled.
I gotta get free. I gotta get free.
Okay.
I'd like to make a lock picking check? Question mark.
Do you not have the key?
Thievery.
Yeah, but he has to use the key while locked. It's not as simple as just undoing it at this point, right? I would like for you to give a thievery check, please.
And an acrobatics check as you're still being dragged around.
I would like for you to now make a reflex check for me.
Reflex save?
Yeah.
Or acrobatic?
Do an acrobatics check, sorry. Yeah, reflex check isn't a thing. Do an acrobatics. Okay. So you're trying to fumble, and the key slips out of your fingers. You do catch it before it hits the ground, but you're still being dragged along, so you're kind of just fumbling, and the shackles remain locked on.
I'll turn at fumbling.
Atlantes, what do you do? I mean, at this point, you're through the gate.
Yeah, so we're through the gate. Like,
You are.
are we okay? Like, are we out of the line of fire?
Yeah, I mean, so you're out of the line of fire. There's kind of, now the wall is kind of protecting you. Like, you have enough stone that you feel like you could keep going fairly freely. And most of the street ahead of you is open. Like, no one's in the street because everyone ran away when the gorilla went nuts.
I mean, I'd like to, assist the rest of the group in getting through. So let me see what we have here that we can do.
Throwing coins does not work.
I don't have any shiny. Let's see.
What about that bird?
Okay, so I'm gonna lean back around the wall, like kind of peer out and see if I can't get a little bit of ice on the monkey.
The monkey
Okay.
eat the bird.
Freezing
the
sleet
bird
and heavy
explode.
snowfall collect on the target's feet and legs, dealing 1d4 cold damage. So you'll need to roll a save.
What's the DC?
18.
Okay, I'd like for you to roll damage, and then I'll tell you what happens. I'll tell you what happens.
Damage is 3.
Okay. So you see the ice kind of shoot up out of the ground and cling around its feet and legs, and it was kind of already slowed and kind of bogged down from the rest of the snow on it, and it clings and bites into its skin, and you see it just kind of struggle to take a step forward. So definitely took effect. And I think kind of at this point, that would be enough to slow it down enough for everyone to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then as you guys move into the center ward, some guards show up. They're wearing heavy armor. Some more fire comes down from the sky, and you do get past the monkey.
Jeremiah runs past. He's going to try to do a perception check to see if he can see the copper through.
See what? Oh, the
How many
coin.
bystanders died?
A lot. A lot of bystanders.
us.
Died.
I need to know.
Oh, he's trying to do his thing.
At least for 10 minutes. I need to know.
17.
Okay.
17. You would guess dead outright. Many more wounded,
Okay.
including like those that were keeping it under control. You see the coin, but it's too far away for you to grab. But you do see the coin under some rubble. Well, I mean, you were trying to distract it away from where you were going, so the coin is not
True.
in the direction you're headed. But you do see the little shiny underneath some bits of wood.
I doff my hat. Keep going.
Okay. Okay. All right, you are now in the kind of the middle portion of town. This is kind of the noble district. It's very nice. The streets are fairly clear. You kind of move forward. It's a decent walk through this district, and then you hit the inner walls. These walls are kind of made of wood. They're not nearly as nice. You do see kind of the bay on the horizon, kind of past on the other side of this ward. You see some boats docked up in the distance, and as you enter, the streets are kind of busier here. Word's kind of already gotten around about the gorilla. I mean, people saw everything going on, but they're kind of acting like it's not a big deal because the fight happens so far away. You see a lot of merchants carting goods back and forth, and as you walk around, you do notice quite a few eyes on you.
Cut out. You said quite a few eyes.
Quite a few eyes on you. You are being watched as you enter the ward.
Kobold in particular, or just us as a group?
Just you as a group. You're not sure if they're looking at Kobold or not, because you're kind of all moving as a unit, right?
They can't see me. I have chains.
Yep.
Oh, that's right, because you weren't able to get it unlocked.
No.
I forgot.
Yeah, you're still locked.
Yeah.
How
Where
would
are we
you,
going?
how would you all like
If we
to
don't look at them, they can't see us. Let's just keep walking.
keep walking? Okay.
Yawns and stretches. Well, that's one hell of a way to wake up. Ah.
I'd like to see our pursuers get through that.
All right. So you guys kind of move towards the dock. There's not a lot of interference. So you guys are on the dock. I mean, there's just a line of boats. What's the game plan here to get a boat?
Was there a specific boat we were looking for that we were aware of?
Nope. Nope.
Was there?
You were
a specific
told-
place we're trying to get a boat.
You were told take a boat to Novenshire.
Novenshire. That's right. Do we know anything about Novenshire? Is it going to be suspicious if we ask for a boat for Novenshire? Can I do a knowledge society check?
Do a knowledge society. Find out.
Boom.
You're not. You don't. You've seen Novenshire on a map. That's your extent of understanding of Novenshire.
But you don't know how to spell it.
How about I?
But you're
I know.
what's called Novenshire because of all the gnomes there. It's Gnovinshire. That's what I know.
Atlantes, you rolled a 21, so you know that Port Justice was a settlement from Novenshire, and it took a long time to gain its own independence, kind of through some feuds, but it's not uncommon for people to go to Novenshire. Novenshire is kind of like the city in the area of the bay. It's a very high trade port, so it's very common for people to go to Novenshire.
Okay. So, like, I don't even talk to the group. I don't even say anything. I just, like, let go of Kobold's chain and just start walking toward the boats.
Okay.
Just, like, inspect the wood, like, give it a little bit of, like...
Yeah, if
one
I
of
see
those.
that, I'll pick up the chains and kind of follow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're knocking on some wood. I mean, you see a few sailors like on the boat, kind of looking at you, but they don't say anything.
I don't even look at them. I'm just like rubbing up on all of the decks and just like eyeballing.
Give it a
each
good
boat.
sniff.
I'm sniffing each one. I'm giving each one a little bit of a like one of these a healthy spanking, just to check the density
And test the girth.
of the wood, test the girth. Yeah, so a whole slew of tests to
Okay.
determine which boat is worthy of our journey.
Okay. I would say there's a few that kind of fit the build of what you're looking for. So you kind of see the vessels that you would like to ride. What's
So
your
honing
plan?
in on like one of them. Are there sailors currently on the boat that we might want?
Yes.
Okay.
There's
so-
sailors on like all the boats. It's very
Okay.
busy. I mean, there's people coming and going with merchandise from everywhere.
So-
Very much like trade vessels on the boat, on the line.
So I just like straight up board one of the boats
Okay.
and I say, "Good day, fellow seamen. I require your vessel." And that's all I said.
Sorry, Ashley killed me on that. Whose significant other was that? Was that
wasn't mine.
Ben's? Yeah. That was Ben. Sorry, dude, that was so good. You had this one voice. Did he say semen?
Real, the whole conversation.
That was so funny. So I just want to be clear. You step on the boat and you said you require this vessel.
Yes.
Okay. A kind of group of men just kind of holding boxes and kind of filling the cargo, just kind of looking and then just. Good one. Good one. No.
Mike is doing things.
You are roboting, brother.
Am I? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
You're fine now.
Aw. I don't know what happened.
It's not my intention
We
to.
could see you laughing, but we just couldn't hear you.
Well, hang on. I'll do it again. Hang on, I'll do it again. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry about that. So, you kind of look at him. They're holding some grades. They go, oh, good one, mate. But no.
Now we just can't hear you.
That's weird. Apparently your mic just like cuts out your laughter.
Maybe it's too loud. Maybe Discord's like,
Are you peeking?
maybe Discord's like, nah, I can't do it.
Who
Yeah, I think
knows?
it's limiting.
Good one.
Something is very wrong with these sailors.
Good one, mate.
Now, gentlemen, it's not my intention to commandeer the vessel. We would love to have some company on the seas. We're on our way to Novenshire.
And I think
whatever
there's
it's called.
something that all of us can learn about the sea. I believe
Fiddlefig. Fiddlefig.
I believe that there's a little bit
Fiddlefig.
of semen in all of us.
Fiddlefig. Fiddlefig. Now's not the time. What say ye, brethren? Fancy a voyage with a fellow man of the sea.
You're serious, mate. You serious?
Aye.
Listen, the boat be full. There be no space here.
Well, then I suppose you can stay here.
Oh, wait, Fiddlefig. Oh, I
Captain.
assure you, we do not need to take up much space. We even have
Aye,
a
Captain.
kobold. He only takes up a quarter of the space that the rest of us would take. Surely we can make some room.
At this point, he goes, you gotta talk to the boss. He be up on the helm. He give you some direction. And then they kind of just go back to loading the stuff. You look up there, you see the spitting image of a sailor. Long coat, hat, standing over there, looking out over the ocean, not paying attention to nobody. No cares in the world. They give you entrance to the helm.
I approach, and I just look him in the eye.
He's looking
and
out over the ocean.
So, sailor, I get to where he can see me. So he's facing that, so I can kind of get in his peripheral, and I say, and there's in sailor code, there's a jig that we all do, and so I just begin performing the jig to gain his trust, and I'm just.
Did you grunt like that?
Yeah.
I would like you to do a performance check.
Okay.
Performance bullshit check.
I see. Without looking at you, he's just still looking out over the ocean. So I can't take you serious right now. I'm so sorry. Without looking at you, still looking out of the ocean, he says, "Aye, you've been on the sea before, haven't ye, lad?"
Oh my god, this worked.
I indeed.
Tell me, what do you see on the horizon?
I see a bright future for the two of us, lad.
Does Fiddlefig in the background just shout adventure?
Are you up on the boat or still down on the dock, Fiddlefig?
It sounded like he went on the boat with him.
Yeah,
He'd been saying stuff to the sailors.
Gotcha.
Is everyone else on the boat, or did you guys just kind of hang out down?
yeah,
on the dock.
Kobold's still in chains.
Oh yeah, Kobold's with him, right?
If we're on the boat, I guess I'll be on the edge of the boat.
I'm still on the dock face palm because I can hear all of this shit.
Okay. All right, lad. Ease up on the skills, okay? You don't want to intimidate the others.
Aye, good call, good call.
The boat be full. There's not a cabin to spare. All the
We don't
jobs.
need a cabin. We'll sleep on the deck like real sailors.
You sleep
A
on the deck.
cabin would be, let's go somewhere where there's a cabin.
I can handle this, lads.
There.
What say ye?
So
We'll do what we can to
Galrock-
help around the boat.
Galrock's gonna go down the pier and speak to other captains
Okay.
and ask about ferrying to Novenshire.
Okay.
You gonna dance?
No, I've got coin.
All right. As Galrock walks away, you kind of see him leaving. The captain says, "You say you be willing to work."
We be, indeed.
We might be able to find a spot for you. Be sleeping on the deck, like you said. We have no space. We might find space. We'll see. There's cargo down there. Maybe we can move some things. But travel not to be free. I care not about ye coin. I want you to work. Plenty of stuff to do.
We bring a kobold, I can assure you he is no stranger to the dirtiest of tasks.
I'm dirty stranger.
He specializes in poop.
Dirty,
Yeah,
dirty.
you want some?
I don't need ye waste, little kobold.
Isn't there a poop deck somewhere?
Yes, that's for me.
We'll make the kobold clean out the whale guts from the hole downstairs.
Oh, that's his favorite task.
When that be done, we got chum to make. This be here a fishing vessel. We wail. We go wailing. We go wailing. Galrock, you go up and down the strip. No one is taking passengers. They're not interested in the coin. They're simply full. So reluctantly, you return and you see them talking to the captain.
Yeah, I'm just okay. I'll play along for now, and then when all the hard work starts, I'm probably gonna hide away.
Okay. Okay. So you
Do you know
guys
how long the voyage to Novenshire is?
multiple days.
Okay. But not like months. Okay.
No, multiple days. Maybe like a week. It's an island just to the southeast of where you're at. All right. So some of the sailors kind of group up with you, and they give you a list of tasks. Kobold, you were kind of given the whale meat, so that's the one you got to do. Other ones you guys can kind of pick what you want to do. We have fishing bait that needs to be made, a fish tank that has an old fish that needs to be cleaned. You got the rowboat, Little Richard, needs to be cleaned and scrubbed. Got harpoon launchers that need to be washed and cleaned so the salt water doesn't interfere with the launching mechanisms. There's
All
plenty.
about the harpoon launcher.
There's plenty of fish.
Playing way too much Sea of Thieves, Eric.
No, I'm trying to think of stuff for you to do. There's plenty of fish that can be caught for meals. There's ropes that need to be untangled and properly stored in barrels or properly knotted to the cleats.
Farm.
There's old bulwarks on the deck that need to be ripped out and replaced. And parts of the webbing are frayed and they need to be replaced. What
It's okay. It's a game.
you be doing while you spend your time?
It helps with my age.
I'll take on Little Richard.
Okay, got it.
Little Richard is the rowboat, for those who didn't catch that.
Yes, the
Yes.
rowboat.
I'm the most whaling whaler of all the whalers, so I'll be doing the whaling parts.
Okay,
I'm all about acrobatics, so I'll do the webbing.
do the webbing. Okay, Galrock, I think you said you were gonna hide, right?
Yep.
Okay. As you guys,
Atlantis can jig.
yeah, Lantis will take. As you all kind of, prepare and make yourselves kind of seen like you're working and putting in some effort here.
Yeah.
On the first day, they do end up moving some cargo around, so they do give you a space down in the cargo hold for you to stay in.
Seems fishy to me.
It smells fishy. And shortly after the departure, you're kind of putting your belongings down in the room. As you turn, a man with a weathered face and graying hair with a matching mustache stands in the doorway. His arms are crossed and he's kind of glaring at you. He says, "These waters can be dangerous. It might be wise if you stay down here for the duration of the trip. We can take care of everything on deck. We'll notify you when we dock in Novenshire, but we wouldn't want anything to happen to you."
Ooh,
Well,
I want to see the deck.
we're on a ship. Sailors gamble. I pull up my
So-
deck of cards. Care for a wager?
I smell a mutiny.
I'm going upstairs.
Are you still chained? So you're just gonna walk up? I guess
I figured-
they would have to
I figured-
unchain you to
Yeah.
work. Yeah, they unchain you to work. So you just walk upstairs? You just walk past him?
Yeah, I just sneak on past him as Squiggle.
Okay. He lets you go. To him, you're not much of a concern, given your position. So you're free to walk around the boat. Everyone else is kind of like, "Look, I'm just looking out for your care. It'd be wise if you stay down here. And no, I'm not interested in gambling. I have work that needs to be done."
Well,
What about after the ship?
I'm gonna roll a crime lore or a criminal lore. See if I notice or suspect anything fishy going on.
Yeah,
Do a. I guess criminal lore would fit. Yeah. Your instincts kind of indicate that you do suspect something is afoot. You don't trust the man. You already didn't, but your instincts are kind of telling you to be mindful here.
Well, y'all leave me to it. Y'all get me to Novenshire and have fun. Cracks open an ale.
Oh, we'll get you there. And with that, he kind of just turns and leaves. Leaves you all to it.
Not in chains, you asshole. Remember that, or I'll sink it.
As he's leaving, "Aye,
Playing D&D with
there be no chains." I don't know why he suddenly became a pirate. He wasn't before.
Yeah, Galrock's staying downstairs.
It's hard to be a sailor and not just sound like a pirate all the time. It's like it's the go-to voice for just being on the sea. All right, you all discuss anything?
I'm upstairs. What do I see?
Just people working, just normal stuff.
He was doing
Life's good.
I rigged up
It's
a
getting
makeshift hammock.
dark, so you see the stars up ahead.
I got a makeshift hammock. I got plenty to drink.
Okay.
I'm just sitting back and
A
relaxing.
few minutes after the man leaves the room, Kobold, you're up on the deck, kind of just enjoying the scenery because you're the one up there. Atlantes returns from using the latrine, and he kind of sees you all hanging out in the room.
To the head, eh?
Boy, be sure to dump your bucket, boy.
Oh, I could assure you there will be no dumping of buckets on this vessel. That would not be the proper experience, lads. So,
I was gonna see if he can get anybody to playing the cards.
what are we all doing here, lads? Sitting about.
Well, there's about to be a mutiny up on deck.
Oh,
I'm staying down here.
I missed a lot in the time I spent at the bucket.
It's just his conjecture. Pay it no mind.
I'm gonna try and climb the main mast.
Do an athletics check.
Atlantis, with the mutiny, this might be a time you get a new ship, buddy.
19.
You climb very easily.
You know, you take advantage of the confusion. You might be able to sail the seas by yourself once more.
I like where your mind's at, fat one.
Is your character fat?
Galrock is pretty big. Galrock is the biggest member of the party, right?
Well, yeah, kinda.
Someone tap into a cop radio? What was that?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's
5'11" at 135 pounds.
He's my size. He looks like me.
He's an elf.
I'm 5'8", 140. Like,
I guess I thought Galrock was bigger.
No, I'm not the orc.
Listen here.
The orc is like
ye.
260 pounds of muscle.
Ye trim one. I like where your head is at. Ye chiseled god.
Sorry. Consider that in character.
Yeah. So, sorry, don't want to interrupt you. Guys are still chatting about the potential before you.
playing an evil role when he wasn't.
I'm just happy to be here.
Okay. With the concern of mutiny that Galrock pointed out, do you all behave any differently?
I mean, I'm perfectly happy to stay in the quarters. I mean, I thought I was going to have to work hard this whole time, but it turns out we get to just kind of chill.
You get where this is going, eh, boy?
Well, be ye right or be ye not. I can chill either way.
Well, we've still got the power to take over this vessel. There's only like 13 of them up there.
Why would we do that?
Because Atlantis wants this ship.
Who said he wants this? You said he wants this.
Do you not see the whimsical look of
He wants
want
his.
on the man's face?
He wants his.
He wants to be back on the seas.
He's back on the sea. What?
Somebody's printing something hard.
Jeremiah just desperately wants to be able to get somebody to gamble with him at this point.
Dude, you're gonna cheat. It ain't happening.
I don't have to cheat. I win fair and square.
You're so full of shit. I've seen how you fight.
Me too. I would like to see what's in the ghost ship that we're going into.
Go off, Ash.
Yeah, tell him what's up.
Gentlemen, let me ask you a personal question. What do you think about this boat? Do yins like it? I
it's
can
good
tell by
fishing
your
for me.
hesitancy that you feel similarly to me. Something feels off with this vessel.
Smells too much like fish. That's what feels off.
That's not it. Something else.
Like squid?
Squid. What
Johnny?
seas you been
You said that
to,
wasn't what it was.
What squid ye seen?
You said it wasn't fish, so I was thinking of other things it smelled like.
I'd love to have a reasonable conversation with a reasonable person one of these days.
You're muted,
It's
Valorant.
odd that they said for us to work for our passage, but then said not to.
You're muted, Matt.
Yes.
I am being reasonable. I'm sitting here telling you, hey, you could have a ship once more once this mutiny starts. You just gotta be patient and wait for a minute.
So who's mutinizing who, lad?
I've got a feeling. I got a feeling about half the crew's gonna, dump a couple of people overboard. If not, hang them from ye old yardarn.
And ye expect that we could lay low down here as if nothing's happening?
It's either that or I sink the ship.
Well, let's not do that, because it's a halfway decent boat. But I like where your head's at. You have
Well, then we take the
tenacity.
boat. We take
Aye.
advantage of the confusion once it's all said and done. And we do our thing.
I mean, do we really want a boat?
When does it go down?
When we get to Novenshire, we can sell the damn boat. We'll come out of it
Ignore
a
him.
hand.
Ignore the boy. When does the mutiny take place?
Well, it should be soon. But with Cobalt upstairs, well, I don't care.
I'm still confused. I have no idea what's happening on this damn boat.
Wait and you will see. Something interesting is going to happen that doesn't involve fishing.
Watch it be a party.
Y'all Rock, I hate to say it, but I'm trusting you here.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
I've been disappointed in you for the last week or so, so that would not be a strange feeling to experience again.
That sounds fun.
Nothing happens the first night. There is no mutiny. Next day, the captain is expecting you all to do work, but this guy told you to stay downstairs. What would you like to do? Nothing happens, Jeremiah.
The thing. No. Okay.
Co-
All right,
You
come
wake
on.
you wake up for a long sleep, and Kobold is not there.
So, the guy comes down and says we should stay down, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna talk to
He's
him
not.
for a
He's
second.
not. He was not the captain. He was someone else.
Right. I'm gonna talk
Feels
to
like
him
we
for a
should
minute.
talk to the captain.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna be like, I'll help. Sounds fun.
He kind of looks at you. I'm not sure help is needed.
Okay.
Not needed. Well, what beats another wizard throwing lightning about?
Okay.
I think it'd be wise if you stay in your cabin. But I understand the predicament you find yourself in. There are greater things in life than working on a ship. If you find what we're looking for, it'll be a safe trip. And with that, he kind of with that he walks off.
Okay. That's interesting. So, from what I get from that, is they didn't make room just for us. They made room so that we could start looking through shit. I inquire him just what you'd be looking for.
After he said, "You find what we're looking for," he turned and walked off to the other side of the boat just to do some stuff. I mean, you can go talk to him if you want, but he stepped away from the conversation.
So there's crates and stuff in the basement, so to speak.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So I'll just take that as a subtle hint to start looking for something that's out of place on a shipping vessel.
Okay. Where are you looking? What's your plan? Do you tell anyone else, or you just start rummaging around?
I start telling.
Like the team?
Yep, everybody but Cobalt, because Cobalt's upstairs.
I mean, I think Cobalt at this point is
So we think.
he's scrubbing whale guts, unless he didn't go back to work.
Okay.
That's up to Cobalt.
So,
he wasn't there for the conversation, so. Cobalt, what are you doing? I guess is the question.
I'm chucking rocks off of the top of the mast, trying to hit birds.
Where are you getting them? Never mind.
Give a ranged attack if you
I
would.
can just imagine that he has a backpack full of rocks.
Give a ranged attack. We'll see if you hit a bird.
Like, you're just picking them up as you
90%
walk.
of his
Like, oh, this looks cool.
You good at Lantes?
I be tuning in.
Give a roll, Cobalt.
Listening.
Let's see if you hit. Let's see if you hit.
Ooh, ooh.
I want to see if you hit a bird. Go for
For a
broke.
sailor.
See that nat 20?
12.
You did not hit a bird with that rock, but you can keep trying. You can keep trying. Every once in a while, you hear someone say, "Stop throwing rocks at the birds! Stop it!" Their voice is mostly drowned out by the wind.
So I'm going to hit use detect magic to see if it should be able to detect it through boxes and things.
I think if you wait long enough, it'll detect it through boxes, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's anything within the area.
But yeah.
You send out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond that. It's magic.
Magic.
You're down in the cargo room. I mean, there's a few pulses back of magic. So they are in a trade run right now. They're not fishing, so most of the crates are nailed shut.
Boat.
Most of the crates are nailed shut. I mean, if you inquire, like, I would assume you guys would have talked about this. Like, they docked, but they're heading back to Novenshire to resupply for fishing. So on the way, they're doing a trade run just to make a little extra money.
Right. So I'm going to the direction of those pulses and start looking there.
Okay. I mean, they're in closed crates, so you would have to pop them open.
Well, I do got a crowbar.
Okay.
Or thieves' tool, so I assume a Jimmy bar would be in that.
I would assume something that you can use would be in that.
Well, let's see.
What's everyone else doing? Because you didn't tell
What is it?
everyone. So
Thieves' tools.
What is everyone else doing?
What is all in thieves' tools?
He told us what was going on, roughly.
I'm just trying to take care of Little Richard the best I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna polish up Little Richard. But the thing is because I'm only like a 3-foot man, I'm only gonna do like a 3-foot square. It's gonna be shiny and polished and perfect. The rest is just gonna be garbage.
So you're doing really good work on a 3-foot square.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just like, I've just got like ears to the side of the ship, just like listening to the wood. Just because I know that something doesn't feel right, and I'm just listening, and just finding different areas to feel out and inspect and sniff on, etc.
Okay. Jeremiah?
Jeremiah's torn because he doesn't want to be a grifter. At least he doesn't want to be seen as one. But he also doesn't want to get in the way, and also he doesn't want to betray the hospitality of the captain. So he's just like kind of listlessly wandering back and forth with some cards in his hands, like just practicing sleight of hand, taking a little bit of time to do like sword lunges and stuff, but not really doing much.
So you're not helping Galrock?
Not specifically. He's in the area, but he's not helping.
Okay. I know Galrock walked away. He had his headset on. Galrock, you look through. You find a few magical potions that are glowing, but there's nothing that stands out to you as out of place. There's nothing that you find in those crates that would raise your attention. Atlantes, the boat does not speak to you.
Oh, she speaks. She's just quiet today.
Yeah. Yeah. You hear no audible voice of the boat.
Fair enough. I shall continue listening.
Okay.
Find another plank and just.
Okay. We will say this takes most of this day, so we'll move on to the next day. Kobold, give me one more roll. We'll see if you hit a bird. You don't hit a bird.
17.
Don't hit a bird. Try all day. No bird. Made a lot of sailors mad, though. You all sleep. I assume you stay up there, Kobold. And you awake. Oh.
Yeah, I stayed.
Okay. You awake the next day. And everything's normal. It's another normal day. You guys get to work. Another normal day.
I would like to rummage through the cargo hold looking for liquids.
Okay. You do find a few liquids from crates that Galrock opened.
Are they good liquids?
Galrock, are you doing that on the crates, or like, do you have a notepad or something?
I'm scrolling it on, or scrolling a brief description of it into the wood on the crates.
What on earth?
Okay.
Oh, there's a bucket over there in the corner with some liquids on it that you could check.
No, I'll use that later for the birds.
Oh, I assure you, it's quite potent stuff. You won't be disappointed.
As you go through a few crates that Valrin had previously checked, or Galrock had previously checked, you find a few yellow elixirs that have some yellow spots on them. You can do a knowledge alchemy, lore alchemy, to see if you know what they do.
That's not a thing.
For me.
Lore something.
It's technically crafting, but you recall knowledge using your crafting skill. For
That's
crafting.
fine. Yeah, do crafting thing. Do the thing.
15.
You know that these are Cheetah's elixirs. You gain bonus to your speed for 1 minute. And there's like 6 of them.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna grab these.
Okay. There's also you also find one that's got it's like like kind of like purple, cloudy, shadowy going on. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll say you did the same thing. For 10 minutes, you get dark vision. It's a dark vision elixir.
Oh, that's nice. I will offer it to whoever looks dimly sight ability lacking.
Okay. Who do you offer it to?
Hey,
Humans,
you want this? It's purple.
What's that, Engelman?
I was gonna say humans are dimly light, not seers.
Who wants this purple drink?
I don't know what's in it,
You
but
can
I
drink
like
it.
drinking stuff.
I want the purple stuff.
Oh, give me that purple drink.
Too slow, laddie.
Here, it's for seeing in the darkness. You could drink it when you need it.
I don't care what it's for, and I just drink
Will
it.
you just pound it?
Immediately.
For 10 minutes, you feel empowered, like your vision's strengthened, but you don't notice any.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. We will say, Galrock, you guys search the boat the next day. Jeremiah's going upstairs. Nothing happens on the next day. And we'll say you keep looking through some crates down the car in the bottom, because I mean there's like a full deck down there to go through, and you don't find anything. Let me look up that potion again. Sorry. Good question. Let me look it up for you. 1 minute plus 5 feet. Okay, Jeremiah is making his presence known so the captain doesn't find out what's going on. We'll say you guys keep looking, don't find anything else of value that day. You go to sleep and you wake up the third day, kind of in the middle of the night. Kobold, you're kind of awake at this point, and you hear the sounds of combat. Screams sound from upstairs. People running down the steps to get away. There's a loud clash. You can hear the clashing of steel on steel. Kobold, you have perfect sight of what's going on, because you've been sleeping up on the cargo, the thing. You've been sleeping up on the thing, the crow's nest. All right, the wind's really loud, so it's really hard for you to know what's going on, but you look down and you can see that a bunch of sailors have spread out across the deck, and perhaps you had missed something at some point, and you see a fight going down between a bunch of people. Everyone else downstairs, you hear it.
The party started.
I was beginning to
back to
doubt
sleep.
thee, lad.
I'm gonna yell, "Hey, what's going on?"
No one answers you. You can tell they're very busy fighting. They're very busy fighting. We will end this session at this point. I know we started a little late, but I feel like this is a good spot to end.
All I want to do is chuck a fireball.
We will end it with Kobold has a firebomb in hand. You all hear the shouts of combat going down. People are running down the steps, kind of running to their rooms to get away, and we will end this session here.
What's going on? Answer me or else. Hey guys, look what I got.
You gotta get their attention somehow.
Answer me, or it's Sea of Thieves all over again.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you on the next recording. See you guys.
See ya.
Peace.